Hi guys, and welcome to ScreenPop channel. This time we prepared the top 10 best crime thrillers. We also included few less known films in this selection, so that everyone could find something new to watch. We hope that this collection will be useful. So, let's not waste any time and begin. Number 10. Extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and vile. Adapted from the autobiography The Phantom Prince, My Life with Ted Bundy, Extremely Wicked explores Bundy's life throughout the eyes of his girlfriend, Elizabeth Kendall, then Elizabeth Klopfer, played by Lily Collins. In general, the movie does a nice job of showing how Bundy swept Elizabeth, herself a young single parent when they met, off her feet with his politeness and charm, beginning with their original encounter in a Washington bar circa 1969, and continuing on through their blissful life together in the years after. This makes it all the more impactful when everything comes crashing down in 1975, after Bundy is arrested in Utah, where he'd be studying the law, and the horrific truth about him gradually comes to light.
I'm not the one responsible for these horrific acts.
Number 9. Lucky Number Slevin. A case of mistaken identity puts a man named Slevin, played by Josh Hartnett, in the middle of a war between two rival New York crime lords, the rabbi played by Ben Kingsley and the boss played by Morgan Freeman. While under the watchful eyes of Detective Rikowski, played by Stanley Tucci, and well-known assassin Goodcat, played by Bruce Willis, Slevin must quickly devise a plan to save his skin before his luck runs out.
Say something else. I will break your motherfucking nose. I ain't playing with you.
My nose is already broken.
Number 8. Killer Joe. In Killer Joe, Chris Smith is a young 2-bit Texas washout with just enough smarts and small-time ambition to land himself in trouble with all the wrong kinds of people. Facing a debt he can't pay down, Chris comes crashing into the trailer trash world of his estranged family, which includes simpleton father Ansel, dragon lady stepmother Sharla, and eccentric young sister Dottie. Chris has a simple plan: hire a hitman to kill Ansel's ex-wife, Chris and Dottie's mother, and thereafter collect a $50,000 life insurance policy that will be bequeathed to Dottie.
You at like 11 o'clock.
Is this the plan?
Oh, come on, G-Man. Yeah, the money's coming to you by about motherfucking...
Bitch.
Number 7. Zodiac. Zodiac is the All the President's Men of serial killer movies, with Woodward and Bernstein played by a cop and a cartoonist. It's not merely based on California's infamous Zodiac killings, but seems to exude the very stench and provocation of the case. The killer, who was never caught, generously supplied with so many clues that Sherlock Holmes might have cracked the case in his sitting room. But only a newspaper cartoonist was stubborn enough and tunneled the way long enough to piece together a convincing case against the man who was perhaps guilty. The film is a police procedural crossed with the newspaper movie, but free of most of the cliches of either. The most impressive accomplishment is to gather a bewildering labyrinth of facts and suspicions over a period of years and make the journey through this maze frightening and suspenseful.
Man, you really creeped us out.
Number 6. Gold. Kenny Wells, a prospector desperate for a lucky break, teams up with a similarly eager geologist and sets off on an amazing journey to find gold in the uncharted jungle of Indonesia. Getting the gold was hard, but keeping it is even more difficult, sparking an adventure through the most powerful boardrooms of Wall Street.
You see, he just discovered the largest copper strike in Southeast Asia, and everybody wanted a piece of it, including me.
Number 5. This is England. Sean, played by Thomas Turgoose, who lost his father in the Falklands War, earns the respect of skinheads when he stands up to their teasing. He becomes part of the gang and enjoys hanging out with his new friends. Trouble starts with the return of Combo, played by Stephen Graham, a racist ex-convict. With the gang divided into two factions, Sean sides with the Combo and unfortunately finds in him a father figure.
Get me 100 fags, 2 bottles of wine, a bottle of whiskey and 10 cans of lager now.
You know what you're gonna have? Nothing.
Number 4. The Call. The call stars Holly Berry as Jordan, a veteran operator at a California 911 call center. Always calm, collected, and smart in her interactions with the PRs, person reporting. Jordan's world is rocked when she takes the tragic call of a young woman who is being abducted by a sadistic killer. After the ordeal, Jordan takes a more hands-off role teaching incoming operators. However, fate is not done with her yet, it seems, as she receives a panicked call from a different young girl named Casey, played by Abigail Breslin, who was abducted by a man who fits the same MO of the predator that scared Jordan's life. The Call is a B-movie thriller that's as formulaic and cliched as they come, but thanks to the director Brad Anderson and a truly frightening villain effectively portrayed by Michael Eklund, the film manages to actually deliver good thrills for most of its runtime.
Leia? Leia? Leia, you okay?
It's okay, I'm fine.
Number 3. Changeling. In 1928 Los Angeles, single mother Christine Collins, played by Angelina Jolie, arrives home to find her son, Walter, gone. 5 months later, her prayers are answered when Walter is found in Illinois. But to Christine's horror, the boy who steps out of the train is not her son. Authorities vehemently dispute Christine's claim, and her one ally is a clergyman, played by John Malkovich, who sees the case as his chance to expose corruption in the Los Angeles Police Department and government.
I'm calling to report a missing child. Missing child.
What's your relation to the child, ma'am?
It's my son.
How long has he been gone?
Number 2. The Equalizer 2. After the event of The Equalizer, the sequel finds Robert McCall in his new normal. While he hasn't confronted the events in his past that caused him to fake his own death and lead a quieter life in Boston, Robert now works as a Lyft driver, taking odd jobs on the side for folks who need help from a man with his particular set of skills. Instead of being completely removed from his past, Robert now walks a more delicate line between his life in Boston and putting his old skills to work for new people. However, that changes when his old friend from the CIA, Susan Palmer, is murdered, and the men who orchestrated the attack come after both Susan's husband Brian as well as Robert himself. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notifications about our latest videos. Number 1. Wind River. Corey Lambert is a U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service agent and divorced parent who makes his living hunting/killing predators that prey on the animals and farmland of the Wind River Indian Reservation in Wyoming. One day, while scoping out the wilderness in the search of a lion that has been feeding on local cattle, Corey stumbles upon the frozen, bloodied, and brutalized corpse of Natalie Hansen, an 18-year-old woman from the reservation, and someone who, along with her family and Father Martin, is far from a stranger to Corey. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from our channel and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.